First thing up in our show rundown here is buys of the week. I like to do this with you. Why don't you go first? Anything that you've bought between actually like the last couple weeks, because you and I are talking every couple weeks. So
Sure.
what have you picked up recently?
Did I tell you about my Paxten Aaronson I picked up? I don't know how recently that one was.
I don't think so. Why don't you include that one?
Okay, I pulled up. I bought a Paxten Aaronson, which is Brendan Aaronson's little brother. Um, his rookie card out of 299 Aqua. I SGC Aqua. I pulled that a couple of
Very nice.
weeks ago. I really believe in him. He's 17. He's playing on a Philly roster that really needs a catalytic player. They're big on youth movements as well, and Brendan came from that same team as well. So both Aronson brothers have come through there. Just the name recognition alone is probably going to have his cards peak, and also he's pretty good, so that helps. And
Yeah.
I could see him making a Red Bulls move as well. So I'm buying those cards before they're peaking. I don't know if you've realized or like seen it, but Brennan's rookie cards are going for about the same price as Mbappe's. So if Paxton ever gets to that level, it's
Dang.
wild. So I wouldn't say Brendan is a buy right now. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if that means he's way overbought and Mbappe is a great price, or maybe a little bit of both, or maybe, yeah. So we could have that discussion later. But anyway, I bought some
Yeah, for
Paxton
sure.
this week. I also bought some Pomicall autos. He's a FC Dallas midfielder. Hasn't really shown well through the first 2 weeks, which I was disappointed about. I thought that he would have a position to make a call up, a potential from McKinney going down. But then I also, on the baseball side of things, I bought a True Blue Sam Huff auto that is out of 150 from a different break or a different grader. It's called BRG, which is actually the top grader in Korea. So I bought this from a Korean breaking company, and it was $40 from them. But if I re-slab this in a PSA slab, it's going for $699. Or there's one listed for $699. And so not only am I a Rangers fan and I love the true blues that make the Rangers jerseys just really pop, but if I could potentially, cross over this BRG to a PSA slab, and then I'm all in it for about $140, and it's potentially going for $699, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So, and then I also bought a Pena card, who's going to be the shortstop of the Houston Astros. So I bought his rookie Bowman Chrome auto as well. So
Very, very cool. And the reason I hesitated when you asked about the Paxton Aaronson is because I remembered you dropped this into the Facebook group. So let me plug the Facebook group real quick.
yeah,
If you go to sportscardstrategy.com, you'll see a link to the Facebook group. We'd love to have you join the community there. And I think Kendall, you dropped that Aaronson into the Facebook group. And then I said, hey, let's talk about that on the show. So perfect. That worked out great. So let's talk about that one real quick. So the SGC 95, and
sure.
is that a serial numbered card?
Yeah, it's out of 299.
Okay, so it's a rookie out of MLS, 290. It's numbered to 299, graded SGC 95. This is interesting to me. So let me ask you a couple questions about this.
Sure.
How much did you buy it for, and what's your plan for when you're going to try to sell it? What are the windows to try to sell it? Is it
Well,
a
I'm going to
long-term
throw it
hold?
back on you. I'm going to throw it back and
Okay.
say, what do you think it's worth?
Oh, geez. Okay, I haven't looked, but I have looked at a lot of soccer cards, and I have looked at a lot of SGC graded soccer cards, particularly trying to understand the difference in value between the 10, the 9.5, and the 9. My guess is that there's very, very, very few of these graded by any grading company, which I think is good that you have one in hand, because that means as soon as he has a marker moment, like, you can list it and get rid of it. You don't have to send it in to get graded and miss out on that time. So I think that adds like a little bit of inherent value, but it obviously doesn't add any actual value. So actual value wise, I would say this card would be around between $30 and $60. Maybe I'm low on that, but that's just because of the SGC 9.5. Although it is serial numbered, so maybe it's more towards the $60-$70 range. How did I do? Do you have the answer?
You're under.
I'm under. Okay. What are we at with that one?
So I bought it at $80, which I thought was a great price considering the name value. The Chrome product, the Topps Chrome product, actually out of $299, just the Topps Chrome product in general. Not a lot of them are getting graded, just because a lot of people. The Topps Chrome product is either being bought by people who really know what they're doing or they don't at all. And so there's not like this middle ground of people that kind of know what they're doing and then are submitting it to grading. So it's either like there could probably be the Paxten Aaronson 1-of-1 out there that's just being held by a Philly fan who just likes the card. That's a really big possibility in the Topps Chrome market for MLS cards. But there is also like this upper echelon of soccer investors that is seeing value with these MLS cards, like Ricardo Pepi autos and stuff like that is coming out of these products. It's actually pretty valuable. You can get a blaster of this for $22. I mean, so for instance, last week, me and my buddy who are still kind of in this Topps Chrome, like I think this is an undersold market type thing. We bought a blaster for $22. We pulled a Daryl DK, a Paxten Aaronson rookie card, a Matt Turner card, and a Nani card. All of them together, we tripled our value from the box. And we didn't even pull we didn't pull a numbered card, we didn't pull an auto card. These are base cards that are valuation 3 times the amount of the box we bought it in. So I think I'm trying to figure out how to get more Topps Chrome products personally.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it'll be the same way in 2022 because some of these American names that are coming out of the 2021 boxes are significantly impacting the U.S. men's national team, which we've talked about how that is that evaluation process. The U.S. men's national team is actually what's hyping the value of the product rather than their MLS careers, which makes it unique. But there's enough young Americans in that product that I think will keep pushing that value. So I don't know. I'm willing to play it.
I think $80 is a good price because it's serial numbered, it's a high grade, and you have it in hand and you can list it right away. And it's not that much more than I thought it was. And the only reason I went so low with the 30 is just because maybe I'm used to more of the base rookies that aren't serial numbered, and I'm used to the European sets that we've talked about. So that's really more where the value is on those cards. But yeah, the Topps Chrome 2021 play is super interesting. I would definitely consider myself someone in that, probably the 80% of the people that kind of know what they're doing, but there's probably 10% of people that don't know, and then 10% of people that really know, and so you're in that higher 10%, and I'm in that middle ground, and I'd love to maybe buy a few boxes and just stash them away. But let me ask you this: does it have do the rookies in those sets have any kind of RC designation, or is it like F1 where like it's basically everyone's rookie card? I think that's something to be helpful to the audience.
No, there is the RC. I actually kind of like the RC logo from Topps here, because it has a soccer ball, and it has a soccer ball, and then there's an RC next to it. So it's like they've kind of not just put like an RC stamp on there or the same RC stamp that they have in baseball, and so like they've made a unique. I wonder if I can kind of get it on the camera. Okay, wait.
Yeah,
see it like to the left of his head?
I see it. That is cool.
I
like that.
So I mean, most of the Topps stuff doesn't. I mean, they have a lot of rookies in the product. Like they push, because the MLS is some sort of an up and coming league, and people would say it's maybe top 5 at this point, maybe top 8 in terms of leagues. like I'm probably higher on the MLS than most people are, just because I'm a season ticket holder. I watch it every week, all that kind of stuff. But I think there's a lot of up and coming youth coming through the system, even from the Central American players that are coming into America. I actually read a pretty extensive peer-reviewed article about how European clubs are sending some of their prospects that they believe will be good European players that are in Central and South America to America, because it's less of a culture shock than just bringing them straight to Europe. So for instance, Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga works with FC Cincinnati. And so like there are some sister clubs in the United States where they bring players, they have them, they're like, okay, this guy probably would come from a culture shock straight from like Costa Rica to Hoffenheim, so we're going to send him to Cincinnati, have him like work there for a little bit, and then potentially move him over there. So I think there's kind of probably going to be more of that coming on in the next couple of years. And so the MLS has figured out how to do that. So anyway, I see that as an investment opportunity into some pretty unique plays, which like I think Formula One in America is a unique play right now, because you can't just go to every card show and find Formula One cards, but you can sell them online, and so if you are finding a way,
if you love, hate, or anything in between what we're saying in this entire episode, we would love to hear from you. Drop a comment and or join the Facebook group at sportscardstrategy.com. We are brought to you by Market Movers app by Sports Card Investor. If you really, really like the show and you want to get access to the best place to track the data of your entire collection, go to marketmoversapp.com and use the promo code NOOFFSEASON to not only save 20% on your fees, but also help give the show a little bit of funding. And check out the Sports Card Investment Report. Let me know what you think. All you have to do is go to nooffseason.com. And if you do upgrade for the $20 a month package, you will get all of the rankings 1 to 100. You will get the full reports as well as the play for each card. So I'd love for you guys to check that out.
Love it.
Kendall and I will be back. We need to get T to share this episode because we talked about him way too much. I want to send you guys some more cards for wild cards. It's good stock. We need to send more cards from No Offseason to wild cards, so you can either rip them or just insert singles into packages that you send out to people. Yeah, we'll talk to you again soon, Kendall. Thanks as always for being on, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I loved every second of it.
Same here. Everybody have a great day.